All right, we're up to number 28. Number 28 is, why do we have hair? Why do I have hair? I mean, for those who still have, I don't have hair anymore, or side hair. Um, so it's actually a very difficult question because it's very, very deep. Um, in Kabbalah, it speaks about it, and it's beyond my understanding, and only someone really an expert in Kabbalah can really understand the deeper meaning. But let's try to grab some of the ideas of hair. It's very deep, but very important. We're constantly worrying about our hair. Women, it's a big thing for women to always make sure their hair are done properly. And in Judaism, we have that whole covering of hair. So let's try to maybe get a glimpse of what hair are, what they mean. So um, first of all, the first time when we actually deal with hair in Judaism is with a child. At 3 years old, we start cutting the hair of a child. Now, it's not one technically is allowed according to Al to cut it before, but the minhag, the custom that all the Orthodox Jews do is to wait and let the hair grow until the child is 3 years old, and then we cut it, and there we put him a kippah and tzitzit usually from then on. So what does that mean? There's It's called Absharon, by the way, Absharon, and we do that because we compare a man to a tree. Just like a tree grows, we're not supposed to cut anything from a tree in the first 3 years that a tree grows, and I don't take any fruits or anything, and it's called orla. And obviously, one of the reasons is to allow the tree to grow, to become strong, to develop and become, to expand, to use all its internal strength and express itself, so to speak. So a child until 3 years old needs to have all his internal expression, all his inner potential to express itself, and that's what the hair at that point represents. With that, hair this speaks about is a lot about the self personal internal expression. That's why. So in a way, we let the child grow wild. We don't put too many boundaries. We let him explore different things, becoming more in touch with everything he can, and that's why when a lot of people who like to have their hair long means usually that they want to be, they're people who want to, they're more wild, not in a negative sense necessarily, but in the sense that they don't like to be in boundaries. They want to be able to go anywhere whenever they want. They like to explore. It's a sign of no boundaries, so to speak, more on the open, more connected to nature, maybe. So the first thing is to understand that hair is that personal expression of the self, and we're the way we're gonna put our hair usually it's the way we express our inside. So the first step, the first thing is that the hair is the internal expression of the self, and we use it to when someone feels beautiful, then he puts his hair more carefully. Someone who feels ugly usually doesn't pay too much attention to his hair, and based on the type of person that one is, their hair is going to be different. So, for example, one of the way to understand uh, why in the army they cut the hair, one obviously is for practical purpose, but the idea is that in the army you don't have your own self-personal expression. You're part of a goal and it's concentrated and you do one thing, and therefore you cut the hair. It's like there's no room here for personal agenda or self-expression. You follow the rules and you go according to what everybody does, and that's it. No self-expression. Um, about women who take more care about their hair is because women, first of all, are well, they one of the way to be accepted by society, not by society, but in their relationship, they want to feel beautiful and recognized as one of their power is beauty. So they're very careful with their hair to appear beautiful and have dignity and respectable. So women spend a lot of time with their hair because of that. Um, she wants to show that she's beautiful outside as much as her inside. Now, another thing is that there's that law of a Nazir. A Nazir in Judaism is someone who decides to become more holy and change his way of life and is going in different directions. So he let his hair grow. He's not allowed to let his hair grow. And after 30 days, usually for a regular Nazir, he cuts all his hair, he shaves it all, and he becomes a new person, so to speak. Shaving hair means I'm having a new beginning. Anybody who cuts their hair at some point means they want to change a little bit who they are. They want to appear different. They want to start a new stage in their life, or change a part of their personality, appear different to the world. So that's another thing. So hair also is a place of strength. We know with Shimshon, who used to have his very long hair, and that was the source of his strength. Now, not that the hair have power in themselves, but it symbolized that strength. That we see that people who have a lot of hair is the people who are very active, meaning they have maybe in a way a stronger potential to bring energy or stuff of actions into the world. It says that Esav was all hairy, and Esav was the one that correspond to the one who was supposed to deal with the world, very active, and the hair grows usually in the place that are the most active. It grows on the head. We think all the time hair, and then around the mouth, where we speak all the time, and then the arms and the legs that constantly move, and the place of sexual activity by the genitals is also a lot of hair because it's a place of tremendous energy. So hair represent that energy, that strength, that potential that we have, and we're supposed to learn to use it well, to be aware that those places are places of tremendous potential. Now, obviously, we have to speak a little bit about why a woman covers her hair, but I'm not going to speak at length here. But basically, hair, because they have so much energy and so much power, and the woman has that tremendous power of in her beauty and her expression, energy. She is supposed to cover her hair um, to control that energy and keep it internal so that she use it only in the right place in the right moment, because that woman has so much. We see obviously in advertising that women use a lot their hair. It's a place of attraction, it's a place of beauty, and in Judaism we're very careful that that whole self-expression, inner expression of the woman is belongs to the husband when she gets married. That's why she covers her hair when she gets married. My beauty, my complete inner self-expression, my talents and everything, my full self, my wild part of myself also is gonna belong now to my husband. It's not for anybody. That's one of the reason why she covered her hair when she gets married. Um, um, and they say that hair corresponds to judgment in Kabbalah. And I think judgment has to do a lot with who we are, especially in the outside and the external world. So a woman who has a stronger power in her hair, in order for judgment not to come upon themselves and upon the world, she cover her hair and keep that energy and the self-expression bound and more controlled, so to speak, which reduces the judgment in the world. But that's for further, and we will speak more about it in the other class about why women cover the hair. Now in Kabbalah, let's tell you a little drop of maybe what we can understand about Kabbalah. It says in the Arizal speaks about it. One of the thing it says here says והנה השערות הם כמו צינורות שהאור יוצא מהם והם ווים. So it says that hairs are like pipelines, conduits, pipelines through which light travels and issues, and their shape is like the letter Vav. Right, every hair is like a electric wire channel, and we see that in life. First of all, when someone is scared, as their energy goes, his hair goes up. If you put your hand into electricity, which I don't recommend, all your hair goes like that. And also when yeah, I don't remember what I was saying, but the idea is that the hair are like pipelines. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, a woman when she is pregnant, usually her hair are more beautiful. It's a common thing. If someone is very happy, the hair are more glowing, and this represents the energy that is coming on her, and it reflects through the hair because they are channels of that energy. So those hair are also, if you would take the word se'ar, the same letters exactly, to transform the shin into sin, which is the same letter anyway, it's just the pronunciation, is se'ar, sha'ar, and sha'ar means gate, meaning that every hair is like a gate, a portal to a new dimension, to knowledge. So is a conduit, and if you want to understand more, you learn the Kabbalah about it. But it's we speak in Kabbalah about hair, that Hashem's hair have different colors depending on who he is. When he's a warrior, mighty warrior, he has a black lock hair. And if he's more deals with wiseness and purity, it is with white hair. So Hashem brought that concept of hair in the world for us to be able to express ourselves, to be able to reflect the inside, and to also allow us to draw energy through those conduits. It's interesting, the place where there's the most energy is the head, and that's where we're constantly thinking, and that energy, basically that's where the hair grows the most. On the other part of the body, the hair stops growing, but the head, it keeps growing all the time, because this constant energy, the neshama, the higher part of the soul, is here, and constantly thinking, constant energy, and that's why the hair constantly grows there. Obviously, on the body, the more we go up in the body, the more holy the body is, and the hair is on the highest part of the body, and that's why in Kabbalah it's one of the highest thing that we don't understand. It's like above the skull. It's part of the crown of Keter, and it's subject to further discussion and discovery, but at least you get a glimpse of what hair are and express. And the idea is, understand that the way you're gonna put your hair really reflects the inside. The way you're gonna put your hair, people are gonna look at you and say, oh, that's that type of person. And we do it naturally, unconsciously, very often, but that's really what it is. So yeah, that's a little glimpse of why we have hair.